Hey everybody, CLARKSIDE here. It is Day, and that can only mean one thing. We are back in the tower to see what that crazy old bastard has for sale in exchange for our hard-earned strange coins. So you can find Zer down here, over opposite by where the speaker hangs out, and he's in front of this great big mysterious metal door. I do hope that one day we get to see what lies behind these big gates here. But anyway, that's not what we're here for today. We are here to see Zer. So, Zer my man, what have you got for us? To begin with, for the CURIOS, we've got hand cannon telemetry, fusion rifle telemetry, and rocket launcher telemetry for upgrading our weapons faster. For the vehicle upgrades, we've got the plasma drive and the emerald coil, to make your rare sparrows legendary sparrows with a blue trail or a green trail, depending on your preference there. So, onto the exotic gear, and we've actually got the same selection here as we had on the 2nd of January. For starters, we have the Mark 44 standard size for the Titan. These have a very specific purpose, and that is the main perk increases the duration shoulder charge remains active. So if you like charging around in PvP, shoulder charging people a lot, then by all means pick up this leg armour. Otherwise, they don't have a great amount of utility outside of doing that. Sure, you can carry more ammo for heavy weapons. There's a lot of other legendary legs that will do that for you. You are better off with one of the awesome exotic helmets, something like the Helm of Inmost Light or Helm of Saint 14, or getting the Armamentarium. You can probably skip on these legs this week. Next we have the Don't Touch Me's. Exotic gauntlets for the Hunter. Now these are a lower roll on discipline than what we saw previously. I believe the last one was like 92 or 97 max stat. Now these actually are very, very handy for the Dark Below, because the main perk here is taking damage from a melee attack makes you briefly invisible. We've also got increased reload speed with special weapons and increased super energy gained from killing minions of the darkness. So particularly if you run a Blade Dancer, and you've got the old blink strike to turn invisible, and you can crouch to turn invisible, there is a lot of opportunity there to sneak through the abyss on the Crota's End raid undetected. Next we have Starfire Protocol for the Warlock, which gives you an additional fusion grenade, carry more ammo for fusion rifles, and carry more ammo for heavy weapons. All round, a lot of utility to this chest, particularly if you want to free up yourself from using Gift of the Sun, and you want to use one of the other two perks that's in your skill tree on that on your Warlock. By all means, buy it if you run a lot of fusion grenades. For the exotic weapon this week, we have the rocket launcher Dragon's Breath, which, if we take a look at the perks here, we have Tripod. This launcher's tube can hold 3 shells. That saves you from reloading quite so often. We've got Quick Draw, Javelin, increases warhead velocity, and Heavy Payload increases warhead blast radius. And the main perk here is Pyromancer. Rounds fired from this weapon leave a solar flare upon detonation. You'll notice here that it doesn't have tracking, which puts it well below the other two exotic rocket launchers, Gallahorn or Truth, or even legendary rocket launchers like Hunger of Crota. So if you haven't got any of the above, if you don't have Gallahorn, Truth, or Hunger of Crota, by all means pick this up, because it is a better than average rocket launcher, and the Pyromancer perk is really handy for zone control, for locking down those choke points and stopping swarms of enemies like Thrall from rushing you. If you've got Gallahorn, if you've got Truth, or even Hunger of Crota, you can save your strange coins for another week. For the exotic engram this week, we have got the Gauntlet engram. Can't really give any recommendations on this. it really depends on what you're after in terms of exotic gear. If you're really desperate for a better stat roll on the Don't Touch Me's, then you might want to pick up an engram rather than spend your strange coins. But I'm going to be skipping on that. We've got the exotic shard again, and then onto the upgrades here. We've got Mask of the Third Man. I would say upgrade it. It's an average roll of intellect of 112. Fantastic helmet. Every blade dancer should have this helmet. Young Ahamkara's Spine, you can probably skip on this. Helm of Inmost Light, definitely upgrade it if you run Striker Titan. Crest of Alpha Lupi, I would say only upgrade it if you play a lot of 3v3 PvP. Anybody else, skip. Skull of Dire Ahamkara, I would say upgrade it unless you've got Obsidian Mind. You don't really need Skull of Dire Ahamkara. Sunbreakers, I would say you can probably skip on those again. There's better exotics for the Sunsinger. On now to the exotic weapon upgrades. In order of importance, I would say Icebreaker for number 1, Suros for number 2, Thorn number 3, Universal Remote number 4, Pocket Infinity number 5, and Super Good Advice for number 6. Now, what am I going to buy this week? Well, I've already got the standardides. In fact, I'm just going to check what my... Yep, I've got a higher strength roll there of 156. I don't need to buy those. I'm going to pick up these Don't Touch Me's, even though they've not got a fantastic roll on discipline. These are going to come in handy for running the Crota raid on my hunter. Already got the Starfire Protocol, already got the Dragon's Breath. Gonna skip on the exotic engram, and I don't need any more exotic shards. I have got 6 already. So there you have it. That is Xur for another week, week 21. Not a terrible selection, but not the best either. I hope you've enjoyed this video, found it useful. Drop a comment down below, let me know what you're purchasing this week. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, Guardians. It's been fun hanging out. This is CLARKSIDE, signing out.